Once upon a time, in a land of rolling hills and golden fields, there was a village unlike any other. This village was home to 6 wise men, each born without sight. Though they could not see the world, they sought wisdom through their keen senses and deep conversations. One day, news spread through the village. An elephant had arrived. The great creature stood in the royal courtyard, a gift from a distant kingdom. The blind men, eager to understand what an elephant was, decided to experience it firsthand. They made their way to the courtyard, guided by the gentle voices of the townspeople. As they arrived, they reached out their hands, each touching a different part of the mighty beast. The first man, standing near the elephant's side, placed his palms against the massive, rough body. He ran his hands along the thick, leathery skin and smiled. "Ah!" he exclaimed. "The elephant is like a wall, strong, sturdy, and unmovable." The second man, standing at the elephant's tusk, wrapped his fingers around the smooth, curved ivory. He gasped in delight. "No, no, my friend. The elephant is nothing like a wall. It is sharp and smooth like a spear." The third man reached out and found the elephant's trunk. It curled and moved in his grasp, warm and flexible. He chuckled. "You are both mistaken. The elephant is like a thick, living snake twisting and curling in my hands." The fourth man, who had grasped the elephant's ear, felt the broad, thin, and floppy skin fluttering gently with the breeze. He nodded confidently. "Ah, you are all wrong. The elephant is like a great fan waving back and forth." The fifth man, reaching downward, wrapped his hands around one of the elephant's thick, sturdy legs. His fingers pressed into the rough skin, feeling its immovable strength. He beamed with certainty. "My brothers, you are mistaken. The elephant is like a mighty tree trunk planted firmly in the earth." Finally, the sixth man, standing at the rear, grasped the elephant's tail. The wiry, coarse hair brushed against his fingertips as the tail swayed. He laughed. "You are all quite foolish. The elephant is nothing but a rope, frayed at the end." And so, each man, filled with confidence, argued passionately. They bickered and debated, each certain that his understanding of the elephant was the only truth. The villagers gathered around, watching the spectacle unfold. Some chuckled, some shook their heads, but all remained silent, waiting for wisdom to emerge. At last, a wise elder, who had observed everything, stepped forward. His voice was calm and steady. "My dear friends, you are all correct, yet all mistaken." The blind men fell silent, their expressions puzzled. "Each of you has touched only a part of the elephant. You have understood a fragment, but not the whole." He gestured toward the great beast. "The elephant is all of these things: a wall, a spear, a snake, a fan, a tree, and a rope. But it is also more. It is the sum of its parts, far greater than what any one of you has felt alone." The blind men pondered his words. Slowly, understanding dawned upon them. They turned to each other and smiled, realizing the wisdom in the elder's words. Each of them had been right in their own way, but only together could they grasp the true nature of the elephant. And so, with laughter and newfound humility, they thanked the elder, the villagers, and most of all, the great elephant, who had taught them a lesson far deeper than they had expected. From that day forward, the 6 blind men no longer argued about what was true and what was false. Instead, they listened, learned, and sought understanding beyond their own experiences. For true wisdom, they had discovered, lies not in clinging to one's own perspective, but in embracing the whole. And thus, the legend of the blind men and the elephant was passed down through generations, a timeless reminder that the world is vast, and the truth is often greater than what we alone can see.